And a very big thank you to the RRG Group, who are my latest sponsor and will be throughout the season, going home and away all over Europe, the FA Cup, of course the Carabao Cup as well, and in the Premier League. Thanks for your support, guys. This game, the game against Watford, is a special one for Manchester City because it's the day that they celebrate officially the 125th birthday of the club. They produced a special matchday programme which I'll show you a little bit of in a second, but I'm also hoping that during the course of the afternoon at this game against Watford I'll get to chat to one or two of the former players who've been invited along today. So with that in mind, and by the way, anybody that says City haven't got a history, back in 1904, the first North West club to win the FA Cup. Come on, do me a favour. Manchester City have loads of history and they continue to make it today. But let's see what people think today, and let's see how many of these former players I can meet. And if you don't believe me, there's some historical moments written on this wall as you go down towards the press room inside the stadium. And since it's a day of history today, how fitting that there's a brass band in City Square, because I remember the Bezic brass band playing on the pitch at Main Road in the old days. Great memories. And right behind me is the City store, and I'm going to go in there and meet an artist called Alex Bennett, who's done a big poster called the City, or picture called the City Mishmash, which is lots of bits of history from the 125 years, all caught in sort of almost cartoon style. And I'm in it as well. Let's go and meet him.
I did a football one about 5 years ago, so it was like all the clubs combined, and so I've done a few clubs since, and Man City came to me last November and they said 125 years, we want to put one together for that. So obviously jumped at the chance to work with Man City, and 8-9 months later, 1,500 hours, it's done and it's on sale now.
Just tell us what's in there.
Okay, so we've gone all the way back to the first ever City team, right up until, we've got Vincent Kompany's goal here against Leicester, Sane's goal against Schalke, the free kick. So what I've tried to do is get the whole club's history. It's quite a tricky thing to do, and what do you put in, what do you leave out? Yeah, so
glad you put me in, am I in it somewhere?
Yeah. No, you were recommended by someone on Twitter, so I thought, well, better do it then.
Where is it?
Oh, where are you?
It that quick?
Do you know what? It's been a couple of months since I looked at it, but I'll tell you what, I'll leave that to you. Oh, there we go. There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm Ian Cheeseman, Forever Blue.
Is it true you're a Watford fan?
It is, yeah. It's just, I don't know if that's a good thing.
Amazing coincidence. Have you got any chance today?
No, I don't think so. We had a great result against Arsenal. Probably should have beaten them, but it's a free hit today, isn't it? Yeah.
Well done. Fantastic achievement.
No worries. Yeah, enjoyed it. Met a lot of good people. So on to the next one.
I'm from Gothenburg, Sweden, and I'm here to look at Man City Watford. Man City, my favorite team. Absolutely. And when they lose, I can't sleep at night. The next day is ruined. But now I'm here to look the play against Watford. And hopefully we win.
My first game was Huddersfield Town. I think it was 4-0 back in the 70s. And I've got the 72 top on here. 76 cup final. The Spurs thing, I think it's just absolutely fantastic that we can celebrate something that's been a long time, that we can just embrace everything that we've got. History is precious, and the more we celebrate history, then the more that everybody should embrace it.
Well, I can go back to the 60s, Ian, you know what I mean? Colin Bell, Francis Lee, not the same class as we are now, but it was class in its era, and we went home and away, with City Supporters Club. They were great days. I always reminisce of the 60s and 70s,
So history is important to you?
Oh, definitely, yeah. I mean, you know, go back when we all stood in the kickbacks, like, you know, and...
You didn't go to Hyde Road, did you?
No, not that old. No, not that far, no. I live in Rochdale. I come 15 miles to games, you know, but it's worth every penny, you know.
Washington, D.C.
Wow. How often do you come to watch a game then?
It's our second match we're seeing, the first time at the Etihad.
As an American City fan then, today is a very historic day, 125 years. Does history matter to you?
Oh yeah, we actually picked this match by chance, and lucked in it being the 125th anniversary. We're very excited to be here today.
And there's a lot of fans in Washington, aren't there?
Yeah, the club, I think we have over 150 paying members and 400 or 500 total, so it's a good sized club in DC.
What are you expecting from the game itself? Because obviously City slipped up last week.
I think they're going to be very upset, and 4-1 victory for City today.
So Glyn, a day of history today, and you're a bit of walking history, aren't you?
Well, you say that, Ian, and as you say, 15 when I first played, so I suppose I am history. And history is the word now as well.
You've got your grandson playing in the youth team. You were youth team coach. You've just done everything at City, haven't you?
Well, I've done everything, yeah. Played, coached, supported, still am a supporter, member of the Old Players Association, so yes, I would say I was a true blue.
Are you proud of City's history?
Yeah, of course I am. Yeah, of course I am. Well, we had the hard times, didn't we? I mean, but that's football. But we're having the good times now, so let's enjoy them. Because you never know what's around the corner here.
My first game here was in 1953, believe it or not, and my dad brought me to see Stanley Matthews playing for Blackpool in those days, so I'm an historic figure in more ways than one, actually. And I do get annoyed with him, no history. It's complete nonsense, you know. I mean, we revelled in the days of Mike Summerby and Colin and Franny and all those lads, and Neil Young and this man
even before then, John.
Yeah, it's had a wonderful time and good times after that with, you know, Dennis Stewart's famous overhead kick. We are replete with history, so sod off.
So Fabrice, nice to see you.
Good to see you.
Obviously everybody knows about what happened to you on the pitch at Tottenham all those years ago.
Yeah.
You've obviously got good health now, so how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm looking forward to watch the game today, and hopefully watching the game here, also hoping that Bolton get to win today as well. So,
do you still miss playing?
Of course, you get to miss it to an extent. It's a part. It's in you. You get to enjoy playing, but when you're not playing, you miss it.
When you're watching the game today, have you got to be absolutely neutral? Or?
I am very.
So if I ask you who's going to win, you can't say anything?
I can't say that. I'm just, my eyes just to watch the game.
Just wishing you were playing?
Yes, that's it. That's it.
Lovely to see you.
Good to see you too.
Ian, you're one of the instigators of the old Junior Blues, so you've got a bit of history at City. You were a director as well. How long have you been watching City for?
From the day I was conceived.
When was that?
23rd of January 1924.
Wow.
And the person who told me that was, my father was Scott from Dunfermline. His father was a professional footballer for Dunfermline, my father's father. And he came down to Manchester, and my grandfather knew Peter Hodge, who was the manager of Manchester City.
Wow.
So that's how early we started.
Is this the best football you've ever seen now?
The best
football.
I think the Allison and Joe team just shaves it a little, but it's very, you know, it's sticky too, because we haven't found a Colin Bell yet. We're very near with Diviner and Silver, of course. But Colin was back to, because you probably remember, or you've seen, from penalty area to penalty area. I said to him once, Colin, you were always nattering at the referee and you never got booked to send off. He just said, Mr. Niven, I never swore.
I'm from Corrigan, Florida, and City means, you know, more to me than most people can imagine, even coming from America. I started following them in 1992.
What does the history of City mean? Was today's a historic game?
I mean, obviously I've been following them for you know, about 27 years now, so my history personally only dates back to then, but knowing of all that they've gone through, even before I started following them, and the meeting legends here, and you know, places like the Tunnel Club, just amazing to experience.
Great day for Manchester, great day for the club. It's, you know, and as long as which I don't think they will. I don't think the fans will let it, as long as you don't forget the history of the club. You know, founded, well, I'd say 125 years ago, but the amount of people that based in Manchester that actually support this club is phenomenal. Just hope the club don't ever forget that, and I don't think they will.
You've been a big part of that history.
Yeah, I've been a big part. I enjoyed every minute with 1 or 2 ups and downs, but you know, I think the formation of the Junior Blues when Mr. Swales was the chairman, that had a great contribution to where Manchester City went, in the fact that it brought through a lot of young supporters when the club were going through a bad period in their history, but they've all rallied round, they stayed with the club, and as you can see, what we've got today is, I feel, through that.
I've been a season ticket holder since 1972.
Today you've been rewarded, have you?
I have, yeah. The club have looked after me and my family. There's 4 of us here in the Premier Tunnel Club, as you can see. What a fantastic gesture by the club, and I'm more than happy to carry on supporting them for the next 50 years. Possibly.
Good aim to have a win today.
I think we'll win 5-0 today.
Really?
I do, yeah, and I think Aguero will score the first goal.
City fan for, I won't tell you how long, that'll give me age away, won't it? If I tell you. Since I was 10, and it's over 50 years, so.
Blimey.
Yeah.
What did you make of the first half then? I mean, it was a stunning start, wasn't it?
It was a stunning start. It was breathtaking. Couldn't believe anything. I couldn't believe what was happening. It was an amazing start. Calmed down a little bit in the end, but I think there's a lot more to come.
The first half, it was a blur, literally. And what I don't understand is how, because you look at Watford, every time we played City since probably 3 years ago, we've been beat 4s and 5s and we learned nothing. And that is the distressing thing, we haven't learned anything.
What's it going to be today?
This could be 8 or 9 today, easily.
Nice to see you, Luca.
Pleasure.
What an awesome game. I mean, Silva, why is he going to go and retire? He can play for another 10 years. Awesome.
You could have picked out either Silva, you could have picked out De Bruyne.
Every one of them, absolutely awesome. You know, that's what we're paid to see.
You've been watching football for a while, haven't you? How does that rank?
1972 I started, 1956. More than 125 years. Half of the 125 years.
This has got to be among the best, hasn't it?
Who would have thought when we were in the top division that we'd be seeing this kind of thing? You know, great.
Loved it, absolutely loved it. Came over from Dublin this morning. Just absolutely loved it. Brilliant to see them all playing so well. Great goals from De Bruyne, love Bernardo, touch, absolute bubble gum. And yeah, absolutely loved the game. Brilliant. We fly back now this evening. Happy man.
I've got bruises all over my arm where I keep pinching myself.
Unbelievable. And the last I was over here about 2-3 seasons ago and played Norwich, won 7-0. So might be a lucky mascot maybe. Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant, wasn't it? Could have been 12, but I'm not disappointed. You know what we're like.
You're not being greedy there, right?
Not at all. But, you know, brilliant. 5-0 at half time. What can you say? Thought we might have struggled today without the defence, but played really well.
Can I just say, this is Daisy's first time at City.
She missed the first 5 goals. Yeah, it wasn't great.
She missed the first 5 goals.
Still had a great
Can you
time.
believe that?
How?
She turned up 10 minutes late.
How does that compare to what you've seen down the years?
Oh, what can I say? Absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely fantastic. We're in a really, really good place at the moment, whereas we've got the established players, but you've got people like Rodri who comes in. He looks like he's been there forever. Cancelo came in today, he's done exactly the same. Absolutely tremendous performance today, as I say. And I thought, after last week against Norwich, that Watford would take a bit of a punishment today, and indeed they did get that. I have to say, big respect to the lad from Stoke who made his way all the way to Kharkiv. He was a cancer victim, he's in remission, but sadly he's on crutches. but he made it all the way over, and it must have taken about 36 hours to get there. But that's what City fans are like, so much respect to you.
Well, what can I say that would better that? I was here when they scored 10, and I thought we were going to get close to that actually.
That was in Huddersfield.
Yeah, oh yes, I remember that. And the opposition is slightly better today though, and our team is as well. That was good, I enjoyed it. So did my grandchildren. Never thought it would happen.
Of all the things you've seen down the years, where does that rank?
It's probably in the top 3 or 4, I reckon, that performance. It was good, it's good. They could just have scored for fun. They really could.
You were in that game?
Yeah.
Do you think they were going to get 10?
Yeah.
It should have been 10, shouldn't it? You got your goalkeeper gloves on. Didn't need a goalkeeper today, did we?
No, we've got Edison, he's the best then, haven't we?
What did you think of it, sir?
Brilliant, mate, absolutely amazing. Future's blue, sky's blue. Can't ask for nothing more than that, can you?
6 months away from Manchester, I come back, 125 years of the club that I love. What a homecoming, 8-0. Love you Blues, thank you.
This is our city, isn't it?
This is our city. It belongs to us and it'll always be our city. 125 years of Manchester City, legends. Big up, Riyad Mahrez, what a performance. Love you, mate.
Well, there's not a lot more I can add really to what the fans have said. This is a history day, marking the 125th birthday of Manchester City, and they did it in style with, I've got to say, a historic 8-0 victory. Great being a Blue, isn't it? And by the way, this is our city. And as ever, a very big thank you to Hotclickmarketing, who can get your company to the top of Google searches. So give them a call. And thanks for your support, guys.